I know. It's been a long time since I've posted. 2 years. A ton has gone on in my life, but I wanted to give everyone an update on my bike. I just got off a ride and I thought about it and I was just like, man, I have not posted in 2 years and so much has happened and it might be exciting to tell everybody what's going on. So, obviously the bike looks a little bit restored. I powder coated the frame. It's called Illusion Purple and I think it came out awesome. The batteries are still the same, of course. I may have cleaned them up a little bit since the last video. I know for sure since the first video on this thing, I wired the balance BMS unit in to the balance harness on these, which I think came out so clean. Actually, under those covers, there is a small fuse for every cell in the series in the pack. So it's got fuse protection there, and then it goes through these custom harnesses I made. They go down to the BMS that's under the seat, and I'll show you a picture of that a little bit. This is the one area of the bike that I still haven't restored or done any, cleaning up of, and there's a reason for that. I'm going to tell you about that at the end of this video. I think it's going to be pretty exciting. I've got a lot of stuff coming. Other things that are done to the bike since last time, it's got all fresh consumables. So it has these Dunlop Trail Max Mission tires, which I think ride awesome. I ride this mainly on the road, but I do ride a little bit of dirt, fire roads and whatnot. You can tell there is some dirt under here. I do ride it on the dirt a little bit, and these tires give me this great balance because I spend the majority of the time on the road. It is street legal. But the tires have been awesome. It's also got fresh brakes. What else have I done? All the plastics are new. They're the remanufactured ones. I can't remember who they're from anymore, so I can put that in the video in text. It's got the refresh design on the fender and the cowl as well. But overall, it looks awesome. It rides awesome, and I'll tell you more about what's going to happen to it next soon at the end of this video. Okay, I'll keep this quick. So the last 10 years, I've worked for some awesome companies in the advanced manufacturing world, both really awesome startups. One was called Formlabs, the other one called Lumafield, and did some amazing work there helping customers adopt these really incredible pieces of technology to help make better products. The whole time I was doing that, I picked up a ton of knowledge. I learned how to sell to customers. I learned how to integrate technology. I learned how the prototyping and R&D process works to bring products to market, and it was just an incredible amount of experience. But I decided back in August of last year, 2023, to actually resign and start my own company called Digital Fabrication Shop. And I've been running that for 6 months now, and it's been an incredible journey. I've got some great customers across a bunch of awesome industries, and making parts for them in my basement shop called Digital Fabrication Shop. So with that, I've been able to really balance my schedule a lot better. I was traveling like crazy in customer facing roles before. That really didn't allow me to work on projects at the pace I wanted to. Definitely didn't allow me to get time to build YouTube videos and YouTube content. Well, that's always been a dream. So with what's going on right now, I'm going to be able to get some projects done, get some more YouTube videos made, and I'm also going to be able to take an entrepreneurial journey and see where those paths take me. So one last thing I want to talk about before we look at some awesome projects is actually just a huge accomplishment. I think 2 huge accomplishments actually in the last 6 months since I resigned, and I really have focused on my own health. So I've lost 50 pounds, and I've also gone on an incredible journey. We actually went down to the Baja 1000 this year and ran with Team 186X as their chase and support crew, me and all my buddies. So we had a great time, and we actually finished the Baja 1000 with them, and what a journey that was. So I'm refreshed, reset, and I'm ready to make some awesome content for you guys. So with that, let me show you the plan for the next 1.5 projects. Okay, so the DR650 has 20 cells in series. These 2 modules are from a Kia Soul EV, a 2016 Kia Soul EV. That makes them almost 10 years old. They're on their second life here in the DR650, and they are about to get their third life. So the plan is to take the 20S system, so these two modules, and the ASI Back 8000 controller from this bike and put them on the new project. So the new project kind of came to me. I was able to get these complete subframes from the front and the rear of a Grizzly 700 ATV. They're awesome because it's four-wheel independent suspension. It's got disc brakes on all four corners. It's got electric power steering. It's got selectable front diff, so you can select two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or four-wheel drive lock. And overall, it's just a sweet little package. It actually reminds me a lot of the Creighton 6S that I have, RC car. The suspension is really, really similar design. So I think this is going to be the ultimate buggy, tight micro buggy, like small. This is like a go-kart. So maybe it's like the ultimate yard car. You got four-wheel independent suspension, disc brakes, four-wheel drive, etc. So the original plan was to take this Zero motor that a good friend of mine gave me while he was cleaning out his warehouse. And the original plan was to take that motor and put it on the right side of this buggy. I'll show you the CAD here. The problem I had with that in my head, and what kind of blocked this project to me mentally for months, was that I really did not like that the front and rear and four-wheel drive would be locked together at all times. That means you couldn't like pull the rear brake and like slide the back without binding the front because of the drive shaft. So you'd have to take it out of four-wheel drive to do that, blah, blah, blah. So I have decided, well, there's actually another major reason too. The other major reason is, and this is just me being the way I am, I couldn't stand the fact that here, I'll try to get way on the side here, is that the line where the drive shaft would have to go down the center of the buggy would mean I'd have to raise the seat, a significant amount here. And I really hated that just for, I want the center of gravity to be as low as possible. And I don't know, it's the Formula C in me, I'm sure. But either way, the plan now is to run two separate motors. I had an extra Sur-On motor. This one actually has a broken case, which I don't think I've ever seen one fail that way before, but the ears of the case are actually broken off this. So I took it off Sur-On, put a new motor on Sur-On, and now I have an extra Sur-On motor. So I think it'll drive the front, and then I'm gonna run the Zero motor driving the back. Now you may, if you're pretty observant here, you may already notice that there's a massive problem, which is the diff is facing forward to drive the front shaft. And it needs to be facing not forward to enact my whole plan here. Especially because I need the legroom. This thing is tiny. I don't know how the scale is gonna look on the camera, but overall this thing is as small as you can possibly get, like something with this many features in it, I think. So the idea here is to flip the diff. I'm going to rotate the diff about the same axis as the axles, CV joints. So it'll just rotate all the way back 180 degrees, flipped backwards. I'll run it upside down. And then the chain drive will just drive right here off the back. The motor will probably slide back just a little bit, and we'll see where the offsets here all line up when I get it in CAD and figure it out. But yeah, that's the plan. It's going to really solve a lot of problems. It's going to give me more legroom. It's going to make my seat lower. It's going to fix the front rear braking shaft bind up situation. So overall, it's going to do all those things. It also gives second life to the DR650, because what's really, really cool about this project so far is there's $0 in this project. I haven't bought anything except for steel, actually. All that square tubing, and then this is all the round tubing here to do the rest of the cage, the rest of the frame. So that's the new plan. I'm glad I finally figured it out, because it kind of was mentally blocking me from wanting to work on this project. And now it's figured out, so I can keep cranking on this, make some plates for the front motor, flip the diff, make some mount plates for the back motor, build up a cage, and the rest of the frame, then mount those batteries. What's really cool, and this is just all luck because originally I planned on running different batteries in this, my two 20S modules fit in this space really well. I'm going to be able to get it to fit and package really, really nice. The other thing is controller location. So this space between here is dedicated to the controllers. Your feet are actually going to be out right about in this area. And all my friends are freaked out about it, saying you're gonna get tied up in the suspension. But I think when you see the foot box I'm gonna make for this, it'll make a lot more sense. Yeah, so a couple controllers here, one for the front, one for the rear, and bada bing, bada boom, you know, hundreds of hours later, this thing will be a fast four-wheel drive ripper buggy. That's the plan. So 20S on this, and then just to finish up the plan on the DR650, we'll go to 30S on the DR650, running a 3-shoal VESC controller, probably 1000, maybe a 1400, haven't decided yet. And then the batteries for this, I love recycled battery modules. As I was talking about earlier, you know, these things are on its second life right now, about to be on its third life in the buggy, could live a fourth life in, you know, stationary storage. So these are things that people are not talking about when they're talking about battery recycling. Batteries can live on to keep working in different capacities throughout their lifestyle. So cheap yard buggy, perfect use for these older batteries, and I get hot new batteries for the DR650. So I'm going to be able to reduce the pack weight significantly, but I'm probably actually not going to do that. I'm probably going to actually just increase the range significantly and keep the weight similar. Newer cells are much better than these. These weren't great for their day density wise, and compared to modern cells, it's just no contest. So I'm gonna be able to put a ton of battery in this. I haven't figured out the exact arrangement of the new pack yet, what it's gonna be, but it's certainly going to have a lot more motor RPM, more range, more top speed, and more power in general, because the 30S system at a similar amperage is going to be pretty out of control. I think this thing is going to be very powerful. It's already quite powerful, so I think it's going to be really, really powerful with this 30S system, and it'll have you know, all the other benefits. So either way, that's the plan, and the next few videos will be things like that happening. I don't know at what pace. Actually, that's actually probably, just to warn you guys, actually, that's probably not going to be the next video. I'm probably gonna do some kind of side quest videos while I build these projects. These things take time, so we'll do whatever pace I can figure out. But now I have a much better opportunity with my new current lifestyle. So either way, excited to show you guys more, and hope you guys enjoyed this video.